when you talk about taking your team from the training camp into the season, talk about taking them the transition from playing shape into game shape and what that can look like this Saturday.
Well, the only way you're going to get in football shape is to play football. You can run them till you're blue in the face and make them all track stars, but until you're out there pushing against someone 250 pounds, for 60 to 65 plays a game, it's a little bit different. So we feel like we're in decent athletic shape. That's what I've told our team again this morning when we had practice. But football shape, we will find out as the season goes on. We will continue to get stronger and get into more football shape. Probably the first week of the season is when you're going to see, not only here, but you'll see it throughout the country, where guys are cramping up, not getting the proper fluids, those type of things, because their body has never reached that anxiety level, as you will, on that first game and getting back into the season. But as the season progresses, you don't see that quite as often. So my biggest concern is to make sure we stay hydrated, stick to the game plan, and come out and play 4 quarters of sound football.
Coach, when you look at your Hornets skill players, what are you seeing so far, and are you pleased with, the direction they're moving forward in?
I am. Defense is our leadership on our team. We have been very fortunate last couple of years with a defense that had stayed together. Predominantly, our seniors right now are pretty much on defense, and they've been in the same defense for the last couple of years. So it was good to see them come back and take it another level. They're playing faster. They're playing smarter. Coach Kramer is doing a phenomenal job. Him and his defensive staff are doing a phenomenal job with those guys. But offensively, this is the first year we got a quarterback that's coming back. So Jared Lewis will be, be our starting quarterback on Saturday. We're excited about him and his leadership. And all up front, our offensive line has done a really, really good job of coming together. Dylan Marshall, who's the center, who's coming back again, who's second team all conference last year. Sam Pearson, our left tackle, who got hurt last year, is back, full strength, are ready to go. So those two are going to be anchoring our offensive line. And receiver wise, we lost Trey Gross and Quana Colley, but one thing those guys did do while they were here is that they mentored the next crop of receivers to come as to what the expectations were. And those guys have really made it their own. We went into the offseason not knowing who was going to be the starters, and those guys are still fighting and competing. And hopefully by Thursday, I'll be able to name a starter. It's just too close right now. When you look at that wide receiver group, those guys are really battling, and they had a good practice this morning. So as the week ends, we'll name a guy. But I always say, if you're not a starter, part of the 11 guys that are on the field, then you're a starter waiting to play.
Coach, in closing, home games are always special. The Hornets nation gets an opportunity to see their favorite ball club. Can you just talk a little bit about playing at home? That's always a beautiful.
Absolutely. They don't have to travel too far this year. We got 7 games here in Dover. We got 8 games in the state of Delaware. So we are very excited about that. I heard Coach Scott mention earlier about them only having 2 games at home. That's a tough one. But we're very, very fortunate to have the amount of home games, and we're excited about it. We got to always take care of home. I always tell our guys, you can't let people come into your home and disrupt things. So you got to take care of home. And that's something that's really key on our agenda this year, is making sure that when we play at home and while we play at home, we put on a masterful show for our fans. And we're excited. Like I said, we start this weekend against Lincoln.